get this started? Okay, now we're recording.
Oh, it's almost 11. Okay.
It is actually almost 11.
Christ almighty.
So, should we do an intro?
What?
Yeah, let's do an intro.
Alright.
It's the way we do things.
We all say hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. Countdown.
3. Okay.
You want to count us down?
Oh, it's recording. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Alright.
been recording.
3, 2, 1.
Hello,
hello, hello.
That was
That was...
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was
I like the
that was pretty good. It was,
We could start
it was
harmonizing.
distorted enough to be orderly.
Yeah, it really was. So, Oscars happened recently.
They did?
They did?
They actually,
Wait,
a lot
what
of
are
us
the
didn't watch the Oscars.
Who
Jace, you did.
watched them?
Yes.
Who here watched them? You did, Jace.
Yes, I did.
I saw
All
you.
of them?
Yes, the
Whew.
entire ceremony. Yes.
Wow.
Impressive.
I broke the
Well,
cycle this year.
we're
I
out
always
here
broke
in
it.
the
middle of nowhere,
This year I
so
didn't.
Which like
no connection to TVs, unfortunately.
Isaac, I like your rolled up pants.
Thanks.
I know.
Oh no, I rolled them up because they get all
Stylin'.
fucking muddy on my pad. It's not like a ooh, like look at me.
I don't think Isaac you would ever do an ooh, look at me type.
No, I wouldn't.
what are you talking about? Isaac
What about the
Isaac Sage is a
NCAS?
fashion
That's
icon.
NHSS, if it was just like a little bigger, like they send it to me in the wrong size, so I wear it to sleep sometimes.
This is important.
It
Okay.
is.
Does this
Oscars.
make sense?
Yeah, Oscars. So, I mean, here's the thing. I think they did pretty well. I think we're all happy.
Yeah,
I
Oh.
think,
I'm
So
so happy.
No.
I think we're all satisfied. Everyone sort of got where they wanted.
Yeah.
Kind of. Not really. Green Book won Best Picture. That's like a biggie, you know, as much as I've heard.
Green Book won Best Picture.
Okay, somebody
Any-
says.
Yeah, any,
I just.
Jace, what do you think about
Well,
that?
how do we break it down? Because there were so many categories and so many thoughts on each category.
Yeah,
We can start with
Um,
Best Picture.
we can start with Best
Okay.
Picture.
With Best Picture, the thing about the Oscars that really bothers me,
Yeah.
and they do this when they release the anonymous ballots, is that the voters are so intent on pattern. And a big reason why people didn't want to vote for Call Me By Your Name last year was because Moonlight had won. And they were like, oh, let's not give it to another LGBTQ plus movie because we just gave it to Moonlight, even though it should ultimately be about the caliber and about how good the movie is. It's very political. And like people thought Glenn Close was going to win because she's overdue, and last year Gary Oldman won because he was overdue,
And
even
he
though
did a great impression.
yeah, exactly, a
And
great
they were like,
impression.
that's acting. No, it
Exactly,
wasn't.
and it's so much of it is about political reasons, and the anonymous ballots make me so angry because people are just like, oh, I don't like this person, so even though I haven't seen the movie, I'm not voting for it, and I don't like. This thing won last year, so we're not going to give it to this thing this year. And it's frustrating with Best Picture because the past few years there's been the trend where the director and the picture are not matched up. Because for a long time it was if director, because director's always given before picture, if the director won, it was very likely that the picture was going to win, that they directed. And then the year that Argo came out, obviously Ben Affleck was not nominated for director, so there was the whole thing where Lincoln was going to win and then it didn't win, and then Argo ended up winning, and then it kind of set off this trend where it wasn't really necessary for picture and director to win, and Ang Lee won for Brokeback Mountain the year that Crash won.
Oh,
And
God. Crash
yeah,
should have won Best
Crash-
Picture. Okay.
yeah.
Or
And-
shouldn't have won. I'm sorry. Brokeback
Yes.
Mountain should have won
Yes,
Best Picture.
exactly.
Sorry.
Want me
Yes.
to edit that out?
Yeah, exactly. And then you had well, last year it actually matched up because you had Guillermo del Toro,
Yeah.
and then he won for Shape of Water.
Yeah.
But before that, like the year Spotlight won, the director of Spotlight did not win. I can't remember who
Was
won.
it George Miller?
It was not.
Oh no, it was it was for that
It
movie
was-
with Leo in the woods.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Inarritu won.
Inarritu
for
won.
yes, yeah,
For The Revenant.
for the Revenant.
Okay.
Yes.
My dad
So
talks
it's-
about that
it's-
movie
I
like
mean-
every
Wait,
day.
you didn't like it, right? Stella?
No,
Right.
it's
Oh,
terrible.
It's
terrible.
interesting because
Revenant?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I hated it.
oh,
Oh
I
my
love
God.
the Revenant.
Grant liked
Yeah.
it because
What- wait.
Leo was in it.
Dude.
It's not. It's not acting
Pelts,
if you can
man.
get into a horse.
Oh,
like,
I like the Revenant.
Also, Tom Hardy said pelts like 800 times. That was funny. I started counting. And then there's that one scene where it's just like such obvious. This is my favorite scene in The Revenant, where like the dude's like, he was dying, like he's talking to Tom Hardy. He's like, he was dying. Like we knew he was dying. We had no choice but to leave him. And Tom Hardy just goes like, yeah, we all saw it. And it's like the most obviously ADR line I've ever heard. And I actually just started dying laughing. Doesn't that movie end with them like swinging
more than
hatchets
20
at each other
Yeah,
in a river?
yeah, it's
Oh, that
really
movie is
classic ending.
horrible.
I loved it.
The movie
I like
was
The
so
Revenant.
bad.
I think I've only watched like
Yeah.
the first
I
half
love
of The
Revenant.
Revenant. Yeah, I watched like
Well,
20
Why do you
minutes.
like the?
Oh yeah,
Revenant?
yes.
Oh, what do I like? I really loved the cinematography, and I thought it was the cinematography was really pretty, and they made you feel like you were in the woods with them. And I also, I don't know, I always like films where it's about a bond between a child and a parent, which is the entire point, because Tom Hardy kills the son, who is, I believe, half Native American, because the mom is Native American, and then he has to go out and avenge his death. And it was a big moment for Leo, because he had been nominated so many times and hadn't won. And I thought he was so pretty gracious when he got up on stage.
Yeah. He made a whole like speech.
Oh,
about-
environmental, yeah. His speech was all environmental, yeah.
That the cinematography, absolutely,
Yes.
like beautiful movie.
Right.
It's entirely like natural lighting.
What's his
It's
face?
very pretty.
There was color correction in that, but
Okay.
what's his face? What's the guy's name? Lubezki, Emmanuel Lubezki, the guy who shot it.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a genius. He's a genius.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
cinematography in every movie he's ever done is insane.
Back in '67, when Graduate won,
Yeah.
when Mike Nichols won for The Graduate,
yeah.
and then In the Heat of the Night won for Best Picture, it was very unheard of for the director and the picture not to win together. And it's interesting to me because when you break down a movie, direction and the picture itself as a whole, I feel like should be separated, because a movie can have great direction but not be Best Picture, and a movie can also not be Best Picture or be Best Picture but not at the best directing. If that makes sense. And it's also up to you what you think Best Picture is, because Best Picture always tends to be the ones with the big ensemble pieces and not the ones that are more focused on individual people, which is kind of what held up a film like Lady Bird, although I would argue that Lady Bird was fantastic.
Right.
Or a film like Call Me By Your Name that I thought was fantastic, but usually it goes to the big ensemble pieces like a Spotlight or a Moonlight, because that did have a bigger cast than some of the others do. And Green Book had a bigger cast, a little more focused on the dynamic there, but still it's a big cast, and it's almost like, people have argued this before, giving an award to like the cast itself, like the SAG Awards do the best ensemble, and then doing Best Picture, because it's up to you. Like, do you think that a Best Picture has to be the best ensemble, or is it just the film that spoke to you the most? So
It's weird that they have to make that distinction.
right. So it's very very political, but I was surprised that Green Book won, considering that the biggest thing is how the family came out and said that it's not his story.
Yeah, that it
Yes.
was literally just
Yeah.
fake.
Well,
It's
that's.
fake,
I mean, that's.
yeah.
I think that's kind of why when Mahershala Ali accepted,
He
his-
looked apparently very uncomfortable,
He looked very
Yes.
uncomfortable.
which I would be too.
Yeah.
I mean, Mahershala Ali is just a brilliant actor, so I'm glad
Yes.
he wins
He's
anything.
He's in
Right.
new season of True Detective.
Oh, that's
isn't
right.
he?
He is.
I'm not gonna watch that,
Yeah, he
but
is.
I don't like True Detective. But
It looks cool. I've never seen it.
but the point is, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Well, I didn't understand why Timothée Chalamet wasn't nominated for supporting actor.
For what,
For Beautiful Boy.
where he was a
For
heroin
Beautiful
addict.
Boy. Yes.
I didn't see that
Because-
one, but I heard my parents liked it.
Well, you could argue that he's best, although Steve Carell is best actor in that. I just didn't understand why Sam Rockwell was nominated,
Yeah, I didn't either.
because he's barely in Vice. He's
Also, Vice was.
barely in it. Vice was divisive.
I was not a fan.
Yeah,
Vice
divisive.
was divisive.
Really want to see it.
Divisive.
Really wanna see
Divisive.
it.
I was
Yeah.
so not a fan of Vice.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. What was it? Black Klansman didn't do better.
I thought Black Klansman had a
yeah.
shot to win Best
Genuinely
Picture.
good.
enjoyed Black Klansman.
Yeah.
I thought it had a shot.
Especially in the area that I was surprised, like costume design. I was looking, it wasn't
Oh,
even
for
nominated.
sure.
And the
What won costume
I believe Black Panther won.
Okay, that was
Oh,
pretty
that's right,
cool.
Black
Yeah.
You
Which
can't
the
really
costume-
contest
yeah.
how cool the
Yeah.
costumes looked.
The
in that.
costumes were
Like,
very good in that, but I mean,
The women with the thingies.
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
cool.
But I think definitely if you're trying, like, because it's a historical piece like Black Klansman, that takes, like, they really did encapsulate, like,
Right.
the 70s
Yeah.
with the aesthetic
true.
of
Yeah.
the movie.
Right.
I really wanted.
I
Black
feel like- I
Klansman.
mean, it
well,
should've at
I
least been
wanted
nominated.
Roma, but I wanted
Yeah.
Black
It may have
Klansman
been
I thought
for
Roma
second
would.
or third.
Well, what happens when you have a year like that where it's more divisive is that it probably goes to what the second choice is. And if people were just like, oh, second choice Green Book, then you end up with Green Book winning. And if people were putting like The Favorite or Black Klansman or Aroma as their first pick, then it could have just went to the default option of
The
Green
favorite.
Book.
There's There's always like the British movie that doesn't win anything but gets nominated for like 8
Olivia
awards
Colman
every
won.
year. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, I love her.
Yeah,
She was so good.
she's so good.
The
in
Favorite was so good.
Favorite?
I really
God,
like
no, it wasn't.
I mean,
You didn't like the favorite?
I went to see it with my parents.
Oh,
yeah. I watched it with
My
my
dad was
I
like,
watched it by
my
myself.
dad was like, actually, I watched it with my father.
I watched it in
Yeah,
my
I
living
watched it
room
with my dad as
when my
well.
parents were out of the
Is that
house.
Fun
not
times.
a lot of family
No, it's not a
pictures?
There's a lot of
Family
sex in it.
picture. There's a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of okay.
Well, I watched Wolf of Wall Street with my mom, and
Oh.
like
Oh.
nothing bothers us
Yeah,
because
okay.
you just don't make it weird.
Okay.
I've watched
Yeah.
everything
Wall
with my
Street is
parents.
also
like-
I've watched everything with my
It's
dad,
very
not my mom.
glamorized,
It's
but
too
it
weird
almost
with my
doesn't
mom.
feel like
See,
sex.
I don't make it
seems
weird.
like
My
a-
parents
Right, that's
make it
true.
weird.
like a production.
Yeah,
I'm just
but my
watching.
parents don't.
My mom leans over and she's like, "This is family friendly, huh?" And I'm just like,
Oh,
No.
that's upsetting.
Dude.
That's bad.
I'm like,
That's
"Please
weird.
stop."
Oh,
I went to
man.
see Shape of Water with my stepfather, and it was the weirdest time I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
Does Shape
Because
of
he,
Water have
like,
a
every now
proper
and then-
sex scene in it though,
There's a
or
bit
is it
of a-
just
Yeah,
at the
like
beginning.
a
Well, it's
beginning.
when
Well, at the
bathroom's
beginning was
flooding.
the
Yeah.
best.
The
Yeah.
bathroom's flooding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that
it
was
like
great.
started
I
off
like
with
that
that,
movie.
and it was just me next to my stepfather, and that happened. And what a time!
The favorite was very beautiful though. I'll
There
give it
was
that.
a
I was a big fan.
There
Oh,
was
the
a
last
moment though
scene.
when I
Oh,
saw Call Me
so
by Your
good.
Name with
The
my mom
layering,
last
the
year,
rabbits.
and there's that part
peach
wasn't weird,
scene.
but it was a funny moment where because I've now seen it like 20 times because I wrote a paper about it,
Yeah.
and there's a moment where they're writing. Did you see it?
Nope, not
well,
once.
you should. They're writing.
I've seen nothing, guys.
Yeah, they're
Then
writing
why
out
are
on
you
their
doing
bikes.
this?
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm like the least qualified person here.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I am.
They're riding out on their bikes, and Timothy Chalamet looks at Armie Hammer and he says, "Are you thirsty?" And my mom, dead ass, leaned over to me and went, "That's a metaphor."
That's pretty funny.
Nice.
That's something my mom would do. Maybe not actually. Who did I see? I saw Call Me by Your Name with somebody. I think it was just my friend. I think we just went because I don't know.
I saw it with my sister twice, my mom and my sister once, and with my friends once.
In the theater, you saw it
In
4
the
times.
theater 4 times.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
Wow.
that's a
yeah.
long movie to get.
feel
Wasn't
like
that
that-
like $220 or something?
Wouldn't that be like $80 total?
She just rattles
Yeah.
up. Just one.
Yeah. My
a
mom was like, "Any
long
excuse to get you
movie.
out of the house."
Cassie,
Jack,
you
like,
admitting to a crime on air.
Yeah, don't admit to
You
Hey,
piracy.
don't say my
you
name.
saw-
Yes, it can actually.
Wait, Cassie
swear.
Coale
Wait, what
from
is this?
The opposite
Philadelphia?
of Call Me by My
What is this
Name.
for?
Call Me
Aftershocks.
by a completely different name.
Call me,
It's the-
call me by my alias.
When the,
Wait, isn't he writing
My
another
name is
one?
Veronica.
He is. He's
It's a
writing.
play on the
Is it actually gonna come out and the kid's gonna have
It's
AIDS?
a jolt of hope.
Is this
What?
a real?
What? He's
No.
gonna make him have
I
AIDS?
swear it's gonna be about AIDS.
What?
I swear I read that
So you
somewhere.
just
Well,
made that
what's
up
gonna
and
be
said
about
it as if it was a
No.
fact?
It was on Twitter. He said he was writing a follow-up that was going to be about the AIDS crisis.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
The whole point of Call Me by Your Name is it's supposed to be that it's about time. It's not about a tangible antagonist, and it's not about that there are repercussions for the actions. I don't know why you would do that.
Well, maybe it's just, peripherally about AIDS.
I want to see his movie after Call Me by. I want to see Suspiria
Oh yeah.
so
I
badly.
love it.
That's the same director
Luca Guadagnino.
as Call Me by Your Name. Guadagnino.
I didn't know that.
Guadagnino. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
I just want to see it because
Yeah.
who's in it?
Tilda Swinton is
Tilda
playing an
Swinton
old
is-
man.
Yeah. Doesn't
I
she
like
play
that.
like 3 roles or something?
She plays 2. One
I
is a
love
woman
Tilda
and then one
Swinton
is.
as an old
She's
man.
the
Tilda
best.
Swinton
So much
is
better
She
than
is.
like, yeah.
She can do anything. She literally can do anything.
Great. Did
Tilda
you see
Swinton-
Bohemian
Tilda Swinton to be
Rhapsody?
my father.
I want Tilda
I
Swinton to
saw
be my
Bohemian
father
Rhapsody
and mother.
with Josh Duncan.
Have you seen
actually.
Orlando?
Orlando. What's
She's
Orlando?
where she's both like a man and a woman.
Oh,
Orlando,
cool.
the Virginia Woolf book. Tilda Swinton is like,
Oh, there's a movie
Amazing.
of that?
yeah. It's
And
really
Tilda
good.
Swinton's in it?
Yeah, she's in Orlando.
Dude.
Oh
More
my
you
god, you
learn.
should see that.
I want to watch that.
I think I saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
That was the one Best
here's-
Picture movie I didn't see,
That's
but it
my
looked
big
terrible.
like.
Here's
What
the
was it?
thing.
Bohemian
Here's the thing
Rhapsody.
about Bohemian
Oh, yeah.
Rhapsody.
Okay.
I'm
It looked like a
that's-
fake movie.
Yeah,
Like it looked like a
so
fan film.
strange.
Yeah.
It's
Grant,
so
have you
strange.
seen
It
that
was-
one?
Yeah, I did.
That's surprising
I don't know.
because you haven't.
Let's hear your thoughts. Give us your unfiltered opinion.
Very average.
Yes,
it
that's
was
what
Is
no-
there
Yeah,
any
I
movies
don't
you
like
think
that.
are good besides The
Who was
Revenant?
the actor that played?
Rami
Movies I think
Malek.
are
I
good.
don't think Rami Malek was the
Don't
right
look-
You're
don't-
up your list.
Don't
He had
pull
those
up,
weird
like,
fake
if you
teeth.
say like
know. It
Apocalypse
was so
Now, I'll punch
strange.
you.
That's
no.
every
Like
film
they
bro's
couldn't
favorite
they
movie.
couldn't have gotten
What?
a slightly
Apocalypse
hairier,
Now.
sweatier
No, Pulp Fiction is
person.
every film.
Pulp Fiction. Yes. I
you
I
ever
went on
talk
a very
about-
long rant
no.
about this in the screenwriter. Pulp Fiction is like every single film bro's favorite movie. And
Which
if you
sucks
tell
because
them,
Pulp Fiction is pretty good.
yeah,
It's
if
a
you
great
tell them
movie.
Yeah.
that you don't understand why they will immediately throw insults at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I do like Pulp Fiction, but Film Bros have ruined Pulp Fiction and Fight Club, which are both movies I very much
I still
like.
love Fight Club so much.
I love Fight Club.
I still love Pulp
I've never
Fiction.
actually watched Fight Club.
Pulp
Jill,
Fiction
watch
doesn't
Fight
hold
Club.
up.
Fight Club.
I
I
just
watched
watched
Fight
the
Club.
end
I
of
haven't
Fight
seen
Club,
Pulp
but I don't
Fiction.
feel like I need to.
Well, Isaac, when was the last time you
You
saw
should watch
Pulp
Fight Club.
Fiction?
Saw Pulp
You would like
Fiction
Fight Club.
year
I
ago.
watched
Okay.
two.
Saw it on
like,
TV.
Like,
Well,
I've
the
never
problem
10 minutes
is
from the end.
There are some parts that don't hold up over time. So, side note, I think it's really interesting that Samuel L. Jackson has worked with both Tarantino and Spike Lee.
Who do not like each
who
other.
hate each other. Spike Lee came out and said he hated Django Unchained, which Samuel L. Jackson is in.
Oh, because it made like slavery a spaghetti western.
He said it made slavery
yeah.
a spaghetti western, right? And he last night presented both of the screenplay awards and had like a huge blast giving that to Spike. So I think it's so
Oh,
interesting.
that was so sweet. I
Yeah,
watched
it was
that
very-
online.
I just think it's
Did you know they
interesting
went
that
to the
he's just
same
kind of like
college?
this middle
Spike
person.
Lee and Samuel L.
They
Jackson.
went to the same college.
NYU.
Oh, really?
They went to NYU.
No.
Lots of people.
Spike Lee went to
NYU.
NYU
Spike
Tisch.
Lee
Well, I
went to
think
NYU.
Spike Lee's there all the
Undergrad or
time.
grad, though.
I thought he went there for grad.
Maybe he went
Yeah.
there for grad.
He's
It
there
was,
all the
uh,
time.
He never left.
Apparently he goes there all.
No,
My
he's a
friend goes to
professor.
Tisch and sees Spike Lee in the elevator like
No,
every other week.
Undergrad, Morehouse College.
I thought it was
Oh,
Morehouse.
Morehouse.
Mom.
Wait, you are a surprising
Tums?
well of
No,
Spike
sorry.
Lee facts.
No,
Jill.
I remember I watched a Samuel L. Jackson interview a
Yeah,
while
cough
back, and I
drops.
thought he said he went to Morehouse.
Sorry.
I love Samuel
It's
L.
just it's so
Jackson.
interesting that
Oh, he did go
that
to
he can
Morehouse.
just work with
I
both
knew
of
that.
those
Morehouse
directors
Yeah.
and still
What
be
is
both
this? Why are you on
He said that
Letterboxd?
in his speech.
Are you
Said,
looking
my
at every
grandmother
movie
said
that
he
came
was
out
the
this
same.
year?
Yeah.
Oh.
The movies I like.
Well, if you really want to have
Well,
a
you
fun
watched,
time
like,
in a
6
film
movies
class,
this
go
You
to
watched
and say that
Hook.
you've never watched.
Thank God. Finally.
Yeah, exactly.
You watched
Everyone would
Hook?
hate
You
on
watched
you.
Pulp
Hook.
Fiction.
And
Pulp Fiction and Fight Club I love, but
I
you
love
know,
Birdman.
Film Bros have kind of ruined those
Yes.
movies.
Birdman's pretty
That's
great.
true.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, it's interesting
Oh,
how you
that-
can
what
watch
an
a
amazing
movie
monologue between two
when you're at
characters.
a certain point in
Oh,
your
yeah.
life and then
Monologue
you go back and
between
watch
two
it.
Yeah, dialogue.
Yeah.
Like Perks of Being a Wallflower. I went back and watched
Yeah.
it. And it's
That is
It
bad.
sucked.
That is a
Yeah.
bad movie.
like when I saw it, I was like, wow, this really speaks to me. And then I went back and watched it. And I was like,
See,
this
I
is
saw it when I was
awful.
already cynical and jaded, and I was like, wow, this is what all my friends were talking about? This is awful.
Doesn't hold up over time.
What are you looking up, Grant? Perks of Being a Wallflower?
I was looking up
I don't know. I still really love the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, I absolutely
watch
love
that.
it.
Anything
That's
by Wes
detective.
Anderson is the best
Oh,
movie I've
Barely-
ever seen.
I think you would really
With
like
Matthew
it.
It's
McConaughey?
amazing.
I don't think
Yeah.
anything by
My
Wes
mom-
Anderson
He
is
watches
good.
it like every year.
Have you
What
seen
movie?
Isle of
The
Dogs?
first season of True Detective.
Oh, yeah.
Grant would love
Everybody
I
talks
really
about Isle of
strongly
Dogs.
dislike the first season
I
of True
love it.
Detective.
And you know Grant would love it.
He would definitely love it.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
you
so
should watch it.
superficial. Okay, whatever.
No, it's
I'm not
not.
gonna. Yes,
Wait,
it
what?
is.
What?
True
What?
Detective
I'll
season
watch it.
1.
I'll
Oh
watch
my
it.
god.
It's
Please
really
watch it.
Talking about
bad.
so many things at once.
Okay, Isle of Dogs, Moonrise Kingdom, Royal Tenenbaums.
What's happening?
Right.
Why are we listing Wes Anderson movies?
I'm just telling you, they're good. You know, I just wanted to
I
say
like
that.
Isle of
on
Dogs
air.
was fine.
I Love Dogs was
You know
very
what?
good. I
You're
thought.
fine.
I thought the
You're great.
animation was great.
It was good, but like Fantastic Mr. Fox was way better.
Oh,
Oh, I
Fantastic
love
Mr. Fox is
Fantastic
so
Mr.
good.
Fox.
Mr.
Great,
Fox
you
is
say that every
awesome.
time I mention Isle of Dogs. They're different movies. What?
Yeah, but
Fantastic
foxes
Mr.
are
Fox is
cooler
so
than
good.
dogs.
Like stop motion
But it's
Wes
also
Anderson
it's
films, and just, like,
hilarious. It's so
Isle
funny.
of Dogs.
No, Fantastic Mr.
Fantastic
Fox.
Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr.
It's
Fox is so
hilarious,
fantastic.
and it's
Yeah.
so funny.
I
The
hate-
part
no.
where, what's the son's name? It's but the cousin comes and the cousin's like this prodigy, and he's the
Oh,
son is
yeah.
mad. Yeah, he's mad at the cousin, and he makes him sleep under the train table.
Yeah,
And he turns on the train while he's trying to sleep. And then there's the whole thing where they play that game. It's I can't remember the name of the game, but it's almost like racquetball, but they call it something else, and the rules are super complicated.
I know
Yeah.
the French version of Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is my big fact for the night. The French version of Fantastic Mr. Fox is narrated by Isabelle Huppert,
Oh really?
who's like the best actress ever. So like,
I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is like the epitome of Wes Anderson at his best because it's extremely
Yeah, it's his best
gentle.
movie.
It's like gentle
I
violence.
like Royal
Yes.
Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
I think
Really-
it's. I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is the
French
best.
midterm.
What? Okay, goodbye.
love
I'd say it goes Royal Tenenbaums, Fantastic
Like,
Mr.
as the
Fox,
French
and then a
say,
big gap, and then
bon
everything
nuit.
else.
Oh, I
Honestly.
like Rainbow
Wait,
Budapest.
no,
I haven't seen
love
Royal Tenenbaums in a long
Budapest.
time.
I like that.
Oh wait,
It
actually,
was good.
Peace, peace,
I
peace.
like the Darjeeling Limited more than I like because that
Oh,
one is-
Darjeeling Limited is funny.
It's one of his.
Yeah, I
only-
love
but
Darjeeling
It's
Limited.
also one of his
I haven't
only
seen
ones
it.
that
Like,
has
supposed
like
to
a
be
really.
offensive or something.
It has
No,
feels like it has a
Darjeeling
tangible
Limited.
like sadness.
Oh, I thought I
It really does, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because didn't it come out right after like Owen Wilson tried to
Wilson,
commit
yeah.
suicide? So there's like
Oh,
that whole aspect
There was
of it
all
too.
that whole aspect.
Wes
that was
Anderson is
there.
yeah.
Dude, French Dispatch, a Wes Anderson musical.
Oh my god, that's the worst thing ever. I
Can't
can't believe he's
wait.
making a musical.
Can't wait.
He's making a musical.
That's his next movie.
I think I'd
That's
like
the
that.
wor- it's
that.
gonna
Yeah,
be
I
the
think
most-
I would like that.
Oh,
too.
I think I'd
I would
like
be
that.
very
It's
interested.
gonna be the
So
most like
great.
twee annoying thing.
I want that.
I'll watch it with
Is
you,
that-
I feel
Cassie.
like when
the word
Bruno
of the day?
Dumont directed a musical.
Yes.
The
But
word
if
of the
what
day.
would be
Like
entertained?
Joan of Arc
It's like the
musical.
Impractical Joker.
A Joan of Arc
It would be like the
musical?
Impractical
Oh, that'd be so
Twee.
fun.
No,
It will be
so bad.
twee.
The word of the
Okay,
day
wait.
is tweet.
We were talking about Best
Adjective.
Picture. What was everybody's favorite movie of 2018?
My favorite.
Go around.
Shoplift.
Ooh.
Wait, go around. Go around.
I forget
Okay.
all of the movies that happened.
Look at
I
it.
really liked BlacKkKlansman. I really liked The Favorite. One that I wish had more attention, that didn't get any attention at all, that I liked was On the Basis of Sex. I liked
Oh, I saw On the
that.
Basis of
It
Sex.
was good.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
understand.
did-
why
I really
didn't get
liked
more
it. It was
attention.
really
Yeah,
good.
It was really good. It didn't get any attention at all.
It came out in the wrong
well,
time of
it
year.
also came out with RBG, which I wondered if that.
I saw
kind
both
hurt
of the
it.
Ruth Bader
Yeah.
Ginsburg movies in the
Yeah.
theater last year.
And I saw. I've not seen Spider-Man, but my mom
It's-
and my
it's
sister saw
so
it and they
good.
loved it.
It's-
yeah.
As someone who's like tired of superhero movies, Into the Spider-Verse
They loved it.
is amazing.
I really want to see it.
I think for me, favorite film of 2018, it's
Oh,
between Spider-Man and
Oh, Beale Street was really good.
read the book and Buster Scruggs.
Ooh, I loved Buster Scruggs.
I think it's one of
I
those
know.
two.
One didn't
Oh,
get
it was so
that
good.
got
Buster
a
Scruggs
few
was
technical
nominated. It was nominated for
For
best,
script.
best adapted.
Oh, that's right. It did get a script
Yeah,
nomination.
It should have won that.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
Cassie,
adapted screenplay. BlacKkKlansman.
do you have one?
I mean, that I really liked. BlacKkKlansman had some.
I liked
awesome
The Grinch.
Yeah,
Did you see
yeah.
The Grinch?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
The overture in BlacKkKlansman, I love that.
The what?
The overture they keep playing through the transitions in BlacKkKlansman.
Oh, where Alec Baldwin is
No,
yelling?
the
Yeah, I
music.
remember that.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
score
yeah.
was amazing.
Yes, the
I'm
music.
playing that when we come
Yeah.
back from spring break on my radio
Yes.
show.
Right, the music was so good.
Plug your show.
Oh yeah, I do score a film score radio show on WKCO Radio Free Kenyon, 91.9, where you can
Say it
listen
faster.
where you can listen to great film scores with me. And when we come back from spring break, I'm doing all the best ones from 2018.
Oh,
It's very
that's awesome.
soothing.
And I'll be playing BlacKkKlansman, and Black Panther, and If Beale Street Could Talk, and all the good scores from
Woo,
2018.
woo. Okay.
Can't wait.
Stella, talk about
excited.
shoplifters, because I want to talk about
I
shoplifters.
don't want to.
You don't want to?
You should talk
She's
about
doing a Rubik's Cube right
I'm
now.
doing my
She's
Rubik's
Okay.
Cube. This is
Invested
just
in
way
that.
more.
But it was your
exciting
favorite
than
movie.
my time.
Okay, fine.
It was my favorite movie, but I have such a bad memory that it makes me sad when I try to talk about things that I love because I can't remember them.
Aww. Shoplifters is amazing.
And,
really good.
spoilers?
It won the spoil. No,
No? Okay.
no.
It won.
It won the Palme d'Or, which is
Oh, but it
the
lost
better
to
Best
Award
Picture.
for
Like,
Florida.
if you actually want to see the best movie of any year, probably look at that. The Shoplifters is about this like Japanese family that is not a conventional family. That they shoplift, and that's all I'm gonna say because everything else is kind of a spoiler.
Shoplift.
Everything else is kind of it's so good. I saw it last night in class. It's beautiful.
Were you in Filmmaker's Voice?
Yeah, I am in Filmmaker's
Okay.
Voice.
Oh, I heard you guys were watching that in class.
It's so good. It has, like I said this a million times, but it has one of the best 30 minutes of like a movie I've seen in a long time. Like
That's really good.
basically every movie in 2018 fell apart during the last 30 minutes except for this movie. Like
I've heard it's really good. I should see it.
it's beautiful. It's like I had like a list of my favorite movies of 2018 and now it's like climbing up there.
Hurry up, yeah.
My personal favorite of 2018 by the way was Hereditary.
Hereditary.
That was your
Hereditary.
favorite?
Oh, I
I just-
loved Hereditary.
Hereditary didn't
it
really
disappointed me.
scare me.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
I-
probably just because you hyped it up that
I
it was
did
gonna be really
hype it
scary
up.
and that
Yeah.
didn't scare me at all.
It didn't scare me, but it made me so uncomfortable.
It didn't make me
Well, yeah, the head.
No,
The head
I
was
mean-
kind of uncomfortable.
Oh god, that kid! Oh, that kid is
That
so
was the best part, for
creepy.
sure.
Yeah.
Or that
Well,
scene at
I
the
was-
dinner. I wanted
okay.
Toni Collette
Oh,
to
the
win.
real dinner,
She
yeah.
should have won
I
Best
wish the
Actress.
whole movie was like that.
Are
Are we allowed
Such a
to?
good
Are we
actress.
allowed to spoil
Yeah.
Hereditary?
No, because I want you to watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just say the twist that happens.
Oh, I wasn't. Wait, you mean the twist at the very end?
Eighth grade.
No, the
Yes.
twist that happens
that was
with the
good.
car.
Oh.
I didn't think was going to happen.
Oh god, I was actually like,
early
ooh,
on.
when,
Yeah.
when I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
me too.
I'm
Really
so
odd.
curious.
It's you don't even watch horror movies. This is not a good
No,
one
I
to
never
start
do.
with.
But here's the
Scary.
thing.
There's like one gory scene. Actually, that's not true. There's some
There's-
gore in Hereditary. I always forget,
Oh,
but there definitely
yes.
is.
Not the
It's
most
mainly-
tantalizing
yeah,
part
it's
of a
mainly
horror
like
movie.
psychological stuff,
It's
right?
definitely not. Gore is sort of like
Up until the
Yes.
end, and then it gets pretty violent.
Okay.
Yes.
Well.
I don't know. I had a good reaction to that movie.
The acting, Alex Wolff is really good in that.
Oh, I thought Toni Collette. Like, honestly, my favorite performance of 2018 was her in Hereditary. Maybe the woman in Shoplifters was like the only other.
I definitely think she should have been nominated.
She should have won.
Well, I don't know. Olivia Colman was really good.
She was much better. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
I
liked
like
Olivia Colman in
Toni
The
Collette.
Favorite, but Toni
Yeah.
Collette in Hereditary she was like she
Definitely
had to
should
be
have
like
nominated.
she had to do like dark comedy, like terror,
True.
skepticism, desperation,
She's
like
really good.
panic,
Yeah.
depression. Like she literally had to do like everything in it.
She's very good.
She was
Yeah.
so good.
I was
in that.
sad that she didn't get nominated.
I do want to say I've been scrolling through all the movies that came out in
Yep.
2018
Did you have a favorite?
to remind myself what came out, and there's one I have not seen and will never see, but it's my favorite because I can just imagine what it's about.
What, Jill?
Santa Jaws.
Santa.
Santa Jaws.
Wait, what?
Santa Jaws.
The real
Jaws.
Best Picture.
What's
Let's see if
Santa
I had a
Jaws?
different favorite
Santa
one I'm forgetting
Jaws.
about.
Okay, it describes it as trying to survive the family Christmas. Cody makes a wish to be alone,
No,
which ends
Cody,
up
no.
backfiring when a shark manifests and kills his entire family.
That
Wait,
is a nightmare.
it's
Let me tell
Hereditary.
you, worse than Hereditary.
Is this like a Thanksgiving type
I-
thing?
I
Christmas.
just cried tears when
Santa
I
is
saw that.
Christmas then, Brumley.
No, but I mean,
see
like in the
Hereditary?
sense of
Yeah,
you have
I was
like a
underwhelmed.
holiday horror movie.
That's
I'm so
true,
sad
that's
you were
true,
underwhelmed,
that's true.
Stella.
Right?
Yeah, where is the Thanksgiving horror movie?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
It's a thing.
Thanksgiving.
really?
Oh,
Christmas.
Eli Roth. Okay, Grindhouse, that like double feature that Quentin Tarantino and
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez did, had a trailer for a horror movie called Thanksgiving, and it's one of the funniest fake trailers I've ever seen. You should all look it up after this. It's hysterical.
I just got really excited that my favorite movie was actually Thoroughbreds, but that was the year before.
No,
That
Thoroughbreds
the
was
best movie
2018.
No,
No,
it
I
was
thought it was
2017.
2018.
It wasn't. It we
It
had it at a
definitely was
festival
this
at
year.
2017.
It
Was
was-
it?
yeah, but it was
Wait, you
festival
like Thoroughbreds more than Shoplifters?
No, I like Shoplifters better, but
okay.
I
Thoroughbreds
like the
is second.
favorite most because it's the one I've seen.
I didn't see the hype on Thoroughbreds. I liked it, but
Oh,
I
you
didn't
were
think
talking
it was
about
like
this. I
yeah.
loved it.
This was like our first conversation before we came to Kenya. It was like
Was
us
it about Thoroughbreds?
we were messaging about
I
Thoroughbreds
thought
over
it
the
was
summer.
It was Belladonna of Sadness.
First Thoroughbreds, because you were like
Wait, first
stalking my
Thoroughbreds.
letterbox, and you were like, "Oof, you didn't like Thoroughbreds."
That's funny.
I thought What's Her Face was great. The Olivia,
I don't know which one. The horse one or the other one?
the horse one,
Yeah, they're both great.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
the one who talks
Yeah.
about the technique, like when they're watching the film, where she's like,
Oh,
she's using.
Jill,
the
what are
technique.
you giggling at?
Oh, yeah. She's from Me and Her on the Diving Board.
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
right?
that movie was
Yeah.
Are you
weird.
reading
I didn't
quotes?
like it.
Okay,
Yeah, it
I'm
was-
gonna go write my paper.
Are you
Yeah.
right? Wait, where?
Oh, I guess over there.
Yeah,
So,
go over
like,
there and
this
write your
room.
paper. Stay over
Okay.
there.
Go slightly to the left.
And also,
Oh my
side note,
God.
and this is just because I had to rewatch this film like 20
Someone got
times
paid to write
my little film paper on
Call
it.
me by your name.
You were
No,
not
that
listening.
was for Queerson
That is
Much.
not
I
a
just-
shark.
But for my final
Santa
intro to
Jaws.
film paper, I wrote
Santa
about
Jaws.
Get Out, and oh my god,
Get Out was
is
my favorite
so
movie of last year.
good.
Get Out was my favorite
I did
movie
not
last year.
appreciate it when I first saw
Whoa.
it. I did not
This
appreciate
elf
Get Out,
kill.
and after
It's
rewatching it
savage.
several times
I
and
wanna watch it
watching
again.
videos with
What's
Ricky
Sometimes
that
you
broke it
gotta
down,
jump the shark.
Get Out is just a masterpiece. It is so good, and like the thought that went into it. Jordan Peele is he's such a good screenwriter, and he's such a good filmmaker. I really, after doing all that research, it makes me so angry that it didn't win.
Get
Best
Out was a
Picture.
genius movie that should have
It's
won Best
so
Picture.
good. It should have won Best
Shape
Picture.
of Water was good, and Guillermo's a genius, but Get Out was.
Get Out is so good.
Get Out was fun.
Get Out it's funny, it's scary, it
Stuck
makes
in an
political
endless
commentary.
cycle.
It's
Of
just
the-
it's
what?
it's so good.
Oh.
Now, is Jordan Peele involved in terms of
cycle.
production-wise for the new Twilight Zone?
Yeah,
Or is
at the-
He's a
Oh,
producer.
yeah.
He's behind it.
I hope he's more than just the producer, though.
Yeah.
He
How
hosts
much, how much
it.
Nobody
involvement?
know how to
I
help.
feel, listen, the
That's
host
got-
could
that's
just be the
gotta
guy
be
that
the-
We're
reads
at
the
10
lines.
a.m. There should
Yeah.
be
Reads
some
the
nerdy
script.
person here who can help.
I don't know how to
me.
do it.
Can I just
Yeah.
read a line from Santa Jaws?
I'm gonna
sure.
see if Alec is.
Ho,
I don't
ho,
think
ho,
he
you
went to a
son of
Dells
a
thing.
fish.
Oh my god.
Is that a real?
Oh,
All of the
so
quotes
funny.
are amazing.
Ho ho ho, you son of a fish.
That is so funny.
Oh, I
Get
love
some
this.
water in it.
Okay.
Yeah, but Get Out.
I love that someone
And
was
also-
like on a payroll
I
and
know.
produced that, and they said, you know,
Yeah.
let's run this.
You are not listening to me. That's not a shark. That is Santa Jaws. It's Santa Jaws.
Oh my god.
I
Isaac
love it.
also
Oh, I want to watch this.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, he
Brilliant.
was so good.
In that. He is so good in Get Out. It's
Yeah.
it's
Ugh.
unbelievable how good
Did you
he
see
is.
Get
You
Out,
gotta watch
Cassie?
it.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
god, you guys.
it's
see
so
it out.
good.
I know.
You
God,
low key
please,
do
TSA.
see a bunch of stuff though, because
I
I ask
know.
you about movies and you know them. You just pretend like you don't. So I thought you may have seen Get Out.
Oh yeah, I've
Rod
secretly
Williams,
seen Get Out
TSA.
and I'm lying about it.
I don't know.
Sheila's just watching the trailer with Santa Jaws.
No, I'm looking at pictures from it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
can't talk
I
about
still don't
film
understand
while
how
this is
Gary
happening.
Oldman won.
How who? Oh god,
Yeah,
he was
'cause
so.
It should have
was a good
definitely been
performance.
Chalamet.
No, it wasn't. Oh,
Good performance in an
no.
okay
It's
movie.
Not compared to
Is
Daniel
it a
Kaluuya.
narwhal?
I
Daniel
think it's a shark.
Kaluuya
It's
is
got
so
gills.
good in Get Out.
But it's gonna.
Daniel Kaluuya is
like
just
a
so.
horn.
I like him.
He's a great actor.
He
Yes.
seems cool.
This
No,
is
she
why
was
don't they
Get
just
Out.
why didn't they just make it about a fucking narwhal? You know, I'm sorry.
We're still talking
debating
about Santa Jaws.
Yeah.
Santa Jaws.
Okay, sorry. Talk about real.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
Stop!
overall,
Get your
This
popular
year was
Santa
not
Jaws out of here.
as good of a year for movies as
Oh,
last year.
God.
No, it wasn't. Wait, last year?
Hey.
It was a better year for movies in my opinion.
Yeah, because Get Out came out last year.
Get Out,
And that
Call Me
was
by
just
Your
a better
Name,
movie than
Lady
anything
Bird,
that came out this
Florida
year.
Project.
Ooh, Florida Project was so good.
Yeah. Which should have been nominated for Best Picture.
It should have.
Are you kidding? Darkest Hour nominated for Best Picture. Like, are you kidding me?
They always nominate those boring
Over-
historical movies.
Yeah, over Florida Project.
Wasn't Dunkirk also nominated?
Dunkirk.
That movie was
But I,
so.
I, then I did
Dunkirk.
like Dunkirk.
That movie was such a shoulder shrug to me. Like it was
I
fine.
still really like
It
was,
looked nice.
That was
Yeah.
Bad War, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of.
Yeah.
But I still like
It's a very good review.
I feel
of
like
that
there
movie.
need to be more movies about the aftermath of war versus the.
Hurt
Okay.
Locker's
Yeah.
about both.
Okay.
I mean, you could watch Johnny Got His Gun. It's an old movie, but
What has Johnny got his gun?
Is that the one based on
It's
that
by
short
Dalton-
story?
No, it's based on a novel by Dalton Trumbo. In a way, it's about the
His
aftermath
dress.
of war.
Wait, like
or at
Matt
least
Sutherland.
Dalton
When-
Trumbo, like
Jack Sutherland.
the
Sounds like
direct
his
com-
father's name.
he was a blacklisted movie director.
Yeah.
Dalton
Oh,
Trumbo.
yeah, yeah,
There was a
the
boring
one that,
historical movie about him too.
Yeah, Trumbo.
Bryan Cranston is in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I saw
Dalton
that.
Trumbo.
I actually saw
I'm
that.
talking like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
You did perfect impression.
He sounds like
Yeah.
that.
No, I mean, I think
Oh, you look so sad about your Rubik's Cube, Stella.
what like at least like
I need
Oh, no.
something to.
You've lost
to
like
change
purpose.
my mood.
And why? What's wrong?
I'm just really upset about the
Do you want some of Jack
I
Sutherland's
usst to be
crackers?
able to solve
Don't
it
eat his
in
crackers.
What is
35
Don't eat his
seconds.
crackers.
What'd you say?
I used to be able to solve it in 35 seconds, and now I don't even know what's wrong.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Aw,
It was like
dude.
2 years
You'll
ago.
get it
That's
back.
what- That's what
Decide
happens
if I
when I
should
get
make
back
this
to
my new
playing
wallpaper.
guitar.
That
It's
is
just
a
a skill that you need
brilliant
to learn
wallpaper.
again.
Yeah,
But
it's
it'll
sad.
be
So
easier
you
this
should
time.
see Beale
I
Street.
guess.
I read the
It
book.
was very
I read the book
It
by
was-
James
I'm just not
Baldwin.
as
I
good
was.
at it now.
It was
It's like
good.
no
It
one's
was.
teaching
It was
me. I have
a
to-
little
I have to learn it
slow
myself now.
and
A
long.
little bit. But that's
So
why
I
it's
gotta help
movie
me.
It was, by the way, best score of 2018 was
Oh
Beale Street.
shit.
Yeah.
What won the
Awesome.
Oscar?
Really?
Black
Can
Panther.
you send me that
I believe
picture?
Black
I'm fine
Panther.
with that, but
Yeah.
but Beale Street was my
I'll put it
favorite
on
score
the
of
stream.
2018.
Right?
Oh, it
That's
was
awesome.
rapid.
It's really eating
It was a
crackers
great-
as
it's a
snacks.
great jam.
Yeah,
Nothing
right.
on them.
It's
That's
kind
why
of
they're
jazz,
roommates.
but it's
Isn't-
classical.
Because
Isn't
they're,
that why they're
they're
roommates?
crackers with
It's
snacks.
about
and nothing on
yeah,
them.
you read
Crackers.
it obviously,
Oh,
and they
they're
really
They're
they really
snack
amp up the
crackers,
love story in the movie.
SNACC.
But they make it
Crackers,
very
Because they're
sad.
both white.
It's very
Yeah,
There's
sad
nothing on
because
them because
you
they don't.
They're
Lather
just
themselves
get
in
to a
peanut
point in the
Oh,
story
yeah.
when you know
I
that
think
he's
also I just both of
obviously
them are the
not
type
going
to like enjoy eating
get out of jail.
plants.
They end it where
I like bland snacks too.
You read the
Yeah,
book,
I
right?
eat
Visited.
saltines.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know.
Fonnie,
I don't
when they're
know.
visiting,
Jack Sutherland once
Fonnie
gave me a
in
cracker that was
jail,
like
and that's the
chicken
end
flavored.
of. Is that where the book ends too?
Strange. I know
Ew.
he
That
eats the
sounds good.
strangest shit.
I'm trying to remember. The book
I'm
sort
looking
of
for something of
ends.
his to eat,
And
but I can't find anything.
that is an
I don't
They're
think
from
the
the
book
movie.
ends. Fonnie's out of
He must have a
jail.
lot of maple
Oh, it
syrup. and I
ends
guess
with
he
him out of
just shoved
jail?
that
No, I don't
down.
think so.
Was it like a chicken and a biscuit?
Later.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's
Black
what it's
Panther
called.
score.
Okay, that was also amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
He combined like orchestral Marvel stuff with African stuff with like trap beats
Yeah.
with like oh my god, that score was actually such an achievement. I can't be mad that he won.
I
It's
can.
bad if I eat
No,
them
kidding.
one.
Give us the hot take there.
Yeah. No, I wish. I would know. I gotta see more films.
Yeah.
I feel like this year.
Is that the conclusion of this podcast?
Yeah.
Big.
I also just super quick movies that came out that are better than Green Book.
Let's go around and list all of them.
Just super quick. Sorry to bother you. Blind
Oh,
Spotting.
but sorry to bother you. The
Oh, no,
last
never
third
mind.
of it went off the rails.
I loved it. It was like
It
perfect.
was so good right until that moment.
I think it was still good after, but I can see how a lot of people would
Right.
fall off during it. Sorry to bother you. Yes, weird last third, but I was on board. Maybe you won't be. Blind Spotting is like Green Book. Like it's about like a white person and a black
Oh,
person
with
and their
Daveed
friendship
Diggs,
with
yeah.
Daveed Diggs and their
Yeah.
friendship in like a society like pressured
It
by
looks
race.
really good.
So good. It's so good. You would like it.
I have seen the trailer and it looks really good.
Also, Mandy with Nicolas Cage was awesome.
Yeah, but that was disqualified.
That movie was amazing. And I want that guy to do Hellraiser. I've never cared about Hellraiser, but if that director does Hellraiser, I will immediately care about Hellraiser.
What was that like Clint Eastwood movie that came out?
Oh,
The
The
Mule?
Mule.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
I heard
don't
bad
think
things about
would
that.
see
I
it.
remember in the trailer, the guy, Clint Eastwood basically talked about pecans to the cop.
He talked about pecans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's just become a parody of himself.
That's so true.
Wait, have y'all? Oh, sorry. Have y'all heard about the movie 1517 to Paris?
Yeah, where
I
he
watched
cast
it.
the real
It
people.
was so bad.
Yeah, I heard it was just awful.
Okay, so I throughout the movie I decided I'd keep a timer to see when the plot starts. It was an hour and 15 minutes in.
Oh my god.
Like half of the movie is them being like, let's sightsee around Europe.
So it's just like half a home movie. You have to, like,
It's Clint
Seriously
Eastwood's
is,
European
At one
vacation.
point, like they run into this girl on a boat, and they're like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "I'm so and so." And they're like, "Where are you from?" And she like tells that, and then they like all chat, and they go to a club together. And I'm like, "Okay, they
This sounds
established
like
this
Birdemic.
character. She's been established. She's gonna be like come up again in the plot, and then she just disappears the rest of the movie."
Also, American Sniper
Oh, it
was
was so
trash.
bad.
Oh, American Sniper was trash, and I will not be reading replies to this email.
What?
That's
What
my
email?
that's my email
Oh,
to
it's-
everyone. That American Sniper is trash, all caps.
American
Bold,
Sniper was so bad.
italicized, underlined, and the fake
What?
baby is awful.
What email?
Oh, I forgot about the fake
The
baby.
fake baby. Oh my god.
In American, did you
Yes.
see that terrible movie?
No.
That's just a thing the kids
but I
say.
knew about the fake baby.
Everybody did.
That's just a thing the kids say. I will not
Was it
be
really
reading
that costly to
replies.
get a real baby?
bad for
They only
Yeah,
hold
exactly.
it for like 5 seconds.
No, because Clint Eastwood was like, no, I don't want some crying little
So
kid on my
yeah.
set.
Yeah.
I'm old.
So she
Right,
bought
that's just
He's
a thing.
old.
That's
He's
just a
very
thing the
old.
kids say.
Yeah.
I will not be reading replies to this email. Don't at me.
American Sniper was so bad. Like, oh my god.
It was so bad.
Bluetooth on.
Ooh.
Wait. Would you say that American Sniper missed the mark?
Oh.
Oh, yes.
For some-
And I liked your pun. Yes, I got it. I got the pun.
American Sniper was like the propaganda films they would make during World War II.
That's so true.
I think
Oh man.
It was like
I know
Nation's
that feeling.
Pride, that movie that plays
God.
during Inglourious Bastards.
Oh
That was what it was
yeah, yes. That is so
Something
true.
weird under
like. Which,
Inglourious
fun fact, was
Bastards.
directed by Eli Roth.
yeah.
the
Oh,
movie
really?
Inside
I didn't know
of
that.
It.
I mean, isn't it
Inglourious Bastards, great movie.
Yeah, great
From your
movie.
secret
Yeah.
admirer.
But yeah, it felt like that, just him like, you.
I mean, isn't it kind of
With
like
my
that if
fake
it was
baby.
directed by
Yeah.
maybe like I don't know, like Tucker
Yeah.
Carlson or
That'd be kind
something?
of fun.
Oh, it
That
felt
was
like
fun.
Fox News directed American Sniper.
But you have to
That
let
is
people
so
go,
true.
So that you feel like he
American
had to
Sniper's
solve it.
just not
What
good.
What if I did a code
Not
based
good
on
at all.
like
Also,
Japanese
American
movies?
Hustle, not
No, that's
good.
That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot.
Have you seen American Hustle?
Is that with?
Oh, American Hustle bored me to tears.
Oh,
Christian-
so
Christian
I
Bale,
got
right?
so excited for that movie, and then I was
I
just
fell
let
asleep
down.
twice. I tried to still watch it twice.
That
and fell
is like
asleep.
that is a
But, like,
movie
I like
that is that threw up on itself.
Who was the guy again?
It's just like he
Jeremy
tried
Renner.
to reunite the cast from
He was
Silver
the
Linings
guy?
Playbook
Bradley
of
Cooper,
the fighter
other than-
and
Bradley
throw them in
Cooper.
wigs
I like
and
Bradley
fat
Cooper
suits, and it
because
did not
Silver
work.
Linings Playbook was like that
And
movie,
then
so
kind of
yeah,
like
I
throw
like
De
it, so
Niro in
like
there.
I like Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
I don't really remember it. I just
I
remember
don't
a lot of
remember it, but it
yelling.
was cute,
It was
and
in
I
Philadelphia.
rarely watched
And my
it, 'cause
parents said it was a
romantic
good movie,
movies.
so I was like, yes, it's a good movie.
That year was a really good year for movies.
2012 was an amazing
Yeah.
year for me.
Fargo,
2012.
Lincoln,
Argo, Lincoln, The
Silver Linings
Master,
Playbook, The
Django
Master,
Unchained,
Django Unchained,
Silver
yeah.
Linings Playbook. What's the one?
Beast of the Southern Wild,
Oh, I forgot that
Amour.
movie was so
Great,
good.
can I look at this?
The Impossible.
Yeah.
I don't feel that bad because I bought them for him.
What
And
was
the previous bag of chips he had already
Which one?
eaten half of.
The Impossible?
He ate half of this
Amour.
bag of chips.
What?
So I feel like I
Amour,
was,
yeah.
What
Great
if the
big
code
deal.
was Grant's handwriting, and I just like circled certain
True.
letters and you had to figure out what they were?
That's
So
so
let's
weird.
okay. Let's go back to.
But
We've
cool.
like
This
gone
year.
really off the rails.
It's so
I gotta
weird.
go to
Actually,
bed.
I'm
man.
trying to
Yeah.
focus everyone.
It's
Should
pretty
we?
weird.
Should we just call it? I don't know.
What? I mean,
I gotta go to bed.
Mate, soon.
Stella's
Because
just
we've been
figuring out
recording
her master
for
plan.
about 41
yeah,
minutes
I'm
now.
still on the phone.
Roma should have won. Shoplifter
Yep.
should have won Best Foreign Film. Toni Collette should have been nominated. I'm just going through all my thoughts real quick. Green Book is a movie to make white people feel better about race
Yes.
in a time when actual great movies about race were coming
Can I
out.
remember Black History? It's
Um,
not romantic.
Nicolas Cage for Mandy. I don't know. Spider-Verse should have been nominated for Best Picture and Best Animated Feature. More love for Buster Scruggs. I don't know.
Any other final hot takes, Jace?
Final hot takes. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet should have been nominated for supporting.
Yep.
And why did Green Book win? There's so many other options. It could have been Black Panther, it could have been Black Klansman, it could have been The Favorite, could have been Roma. So many options, and they gave it to Green Book, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't love how the Oscars are going towards the more appeal to the general masses now, where like the technical awards, some of the technical awards were given after a commercial break, and it's also kind of about how like I didn't see this part because I just switched the streams and I lost the first 5 minutes, but apparently they opened with some live performance by Queen.
Yeah, they did.
Apparently, yeah. I didn't catch it because I switched streams and.
Or he admires himself.
And also there wasn't a host, and it's more commercialized than I would like it to be, because it shouldn't appeal to everyone. It shouldn't be that you can just turn it on, and if you haven't seen any of the films from that year, that you can immediately want to watch the whole thing. It should be a night where people who have been following the whole year and who enjoy those films get to celebrate them, and not just like it's appeal to everybody.
I know.
Fair enough,
That's why I said it.
All right.
That's what I have to say.
Okay, I just want to say my final thoughts.
Is this about Santa Jaws?
It is about Santa Jaws.
I don't think anyone finds this as funny as you.
I do.
I find this very funny.
I find this very funny. It should have gotten a nomination for something. I'm not saying Best Picture, I just think something.
I agree. That's the real.
I feel like I could do something with one of these.
You know what I'm gonna say. You know that last Indiana Jones movie, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
In a good way.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, what?
Solo: A Star Wars Story was robbed for Best Screenplay.
Yeah.
We're gonna write him a song.
Okay, we're done. We're done.